What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. And it's Saturday, meaning it's gonna go. We're gonna do some spaces. We're gonna do some spaces, man. Every Saturday around this time. Well, my time is around almost 10 p.m., which is about 2 p.m. Eastern time. We do X spaces. So just a little less than 20 minutes to go before we start. So until then, we're, we're gonna hang out. I hope you guys are ready. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Making sure that everything is working to the T, because if you guys ain't hearing me, then I don't know. There we go. Oh, God. Gotta make sure you guys can hear me. Can you guys loud and clear? Oh, nice. Y'all are pouring in like rain right now. I love it. I love it. Oh man, what a week. What a week. Let's just see what you guys are up to. Solution. Every single live session and video, you comment these things. I love it. Buckle up. The next 7 years, 2025 to 2032, will be to the moon for Tesla return on investment. LFG, a Patreon member. Thank you. Sheesh. Love it, man. Tesla. Jim, let's go. Yup. Let's go, man. Tesla, loud and clear. I love it. Hey, y'all. Dominic, how you doing, my man? You guys can hear me. Good stuff. Tell us some jokes. All right, you guys ready for this one? Gordon Johnson. There we go. I think that was probably the greatest joke for this live session. Like Waymo, bro. I love it. Sheesh, Hadouken. I posted the podcast with Joe and I for members only on X and on YouTube. So make sure you enjoyed that, because it'll be public either tomorrow or Monday for everybody else. So it's gonna be like that. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. You got a haircut finally. I know, man. I tried to get it last week, could not get it, but got it today. Good stuff. Good morning. How you doing, Jack? Hope you're doing great. Pinot Case bought more shares this week. Let's go. Let's flip it. Go. Biggest scam in history. Bro, we got a hater here in the comment. Listen, man. Tesla stock has given more than 600% return in the past 5 years, and nearly almost 30,000% return since IPO. If that's the biggest scam, then I don't know what's the least. You know what I mean? I don't know what the bigger scam is. You know what I'm saying? No, the biggest scam is Nvidia then. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Get a grip. Added this week. Me too, man. That was amazing. Gordon is a clown. No, he's Gordon Johnson. Here's the thing, guys. Gordon Johnson, he's the low-key bull. He's a bull. He just has to be bearish because of his clients, because he pays them. But he's a bull. He made that very clear on an interview with Meet Kevin, saying that he was about to put a buy rating on Tesla like 10 years ago or something, or 7 years ago, but his clients told him not to. So he's a low-key bull. He's a low-key bull. And he knows it. Goldman Sachs bought, not just Goldman Sachs, man. We have a lot of good news. We'll talk about it once we go in spaces, but there's a list of good news happening. List of good news. Sheesh. By the way, guys, smash that like button if you haven't already, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, no, it's a list of good news. It's not just Goldman Sachs. It's BlackRock. It's Ray Dalio, State Street, and a whole bunch of other guys. Looks like these guys were buying the dips too, which was smart. Took some money out of my 401k to buy more shares. Smart. Yeah, I think in the past 2 weeks I bought almost 10k worth of shares of just Tesla, which is not bad. Not bad indeed. I sold BTC and all in Tesla. Nice. I mean, technically, you bought a company that owned BTC, so you only sold. Yeah, you sold a lot of BTC, but you kind of bought some BTC through Tesla, right? If you know what I'm saying. President Elon. Love it. I bought the dip. Me too, man. High five. Smash that like button if you guys bought the dip. You don't care or have no shame that you're profiting off a Nazi. You're probably anti-Semitic too from your background. Bro, this dude did not wake up on the right side of the bed. Whoa, my God. Ignorance is big on this one. Let's move on. I made over 300K on Tesla so far, bro. This ain't gonna be nothing in 10 years' time. Sheesh. Juice Juice has been squeezed out of BTC this bull run. Tesla is the long-term hold, but wait until America, the world see how much money Elon has. Oh yeah, that's dude. As soon as American people see how much, um, what's it called savings they did, they're gonna love Elon. They're gonna go buy his cars all the time, man. It's gonna be amazing. Um, Drunk here bought some shares too. Let's flip and go. It may take a little time, but the bull run is coming. Yeah, the mother of all FOMO is definitely going to be coming. You'll be lifting the bag. You need tariffs. This guy thinks it's going to affect tariff is going to affect Tesla, but he's forgetting that Tesla is like pretty much 100% vertically integrated. Jeff Lutz said this perfectly. 99.7% of, I think it was Shanghai, Tesla Shanghai factory is vertically integrated. Means 99.7% of all Teslas being made in China is made within, well, all the materials within that country. So they don't supply anything out there, just like how a Ford would do it, right? Because Ford and or Toyotas, other companies like that, they get the doors from one country, they get the wheels from the other country, they get the windows from another country, the engine from another country. They just assemble it in their factory. But Tesla actually makes the darn thing. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You called it last week, metal yellow first. Let's go. 11,000 BTC, small proxy, I agree. Echo, I am afraid your short may not pan out. No sales, no profit. FSC doesn't work. Yeah, God. Bridgewater bought Tesla. Yes. Ray Dalio sold Tesla to buy Tesla 2X. Enjoy. I mean, good luck. But yeah, I always wonder what's going to happen to car insurance when robotaxi is full force. Oh, yeah, they're gone. I mean, Warren Buffett mentioned this properly last year, I think. He said that if deaths are going to be pretty much non-existent in car accidents, insurance companies are going to be in big trouble. And Tesla has its own insurance, so it works out perfectly. So sheesh. Well, getting shorty and coming here to fight. This guy's getting hammered. If Tesla was so good, tariffs wouldn't be needed. What? If Teslas were so good, tariffs wouldn't be needed. Are you thinking that tariffs they're putting tariffs because of Tesla? I'm gonna read that again. I may be missing something. If Tesla was so good, tariffs wouldn't be needed. Bro, that doesn't make any sense. Tesla is not the world. You, oh my God. Anyways, let's continue. It's just ridiculous. How old are you, and how does it play to your investment? Well, I'm 29, and I'm all in, so it works perfectly, I guess. Stuck, stuck up all your Tesla. It'll mean nothing when you're gone. Enjoy living off of slave labor in Dubai. Well, I'm not even in Dubai. I'm not even in Dubai. The heck? So ignorant. Bro, you're missing the block button on this guy, on Iguana. I can't even pronounce that name. I'm gonna call him Iguana. But look, I don't really block anyone. I just love to have fun with these guys because they're always wrong. They're always wrong. When FSD is safer and faster than human drivers, all the wheel, I'll change my mind. Yeah, so okay, so end of the year pretty much. Or June. You'll probably change your mind in June. Okay. And by the time you change your mind, the stock is like double or triple D, whatever it is now. Unless you FOMO win. Do you believe the government will really buy $400 million? Well, yeah, it was a contract. And it's funny because that's actually one of the other part of the good news. That actually came out during Biden's administration. Yeah, you know what I mean? You kill these guys with kindness, man. Dude. Kindness is my strength. What can I say? A bunch of ass out here. where do you think we will be able to buy our own robotaxi model? So that Cybercab is supposed to be that. So we'll see. But any model, any Tesla model, you can do that with, add it to the network. But let's see how all that pans out. Very excited to see what's going to happen in June. It's just fascinating. Their energy is going on someone live to FUD and spread negativity like it messes up. And you know what's funny? Forget this guy, right? The FUD in general. And I was talking about this with Joe with the podcast, which is out right now for members only on YouTube and X. It'll be available for everybody tomorrow or the day after. Um, but we talked about it, and we're just like, listen, the the FUD, even though it doesn't really impact Tesla and it doesn't even matter, when the stock's going down, it just relives, it just gets heavier for some reason. And now the stock's going back up again. There's no more FUD. Like, where all the FUD go, right? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I think you misspelled. Oh, that's hilarious. Contract is on hold. Sheesh. I grew up in the Philippines. I know because your name is Pinoy Case. And we have maids. Imagine if robots are, well, I'm here in Kuwait and we have maids here. So I hear what you mean. Life will be better and we'll have more time and robots cheaper. Eventually, yes. Heck yeah. It's also that you believe in the First Amendment, unlike some of the commies in here, freedom of speech. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not going to, and it's funny because I'm Canadian too, right? We're being suppressed as hell in Canada right now, and all the censorship and stuff like that. But everyone should have an opinion, right? Look, I'm not a guy that only wants to see good stuff or testables in my chats. You know, I don't mind seeing Tesla bears. You know, whatever they can talk, they can say whatever they want to say, whatever. I don't care as long as they're keeping things respectful. Sure, whatever. People, you know, I don't mind trying to change some minds or having a good argument. You know what I mean? I always win at the end, but you know, it's fun. I love you guys. Majority of my staff in Canada, majority of my staff in Canada for a cleaning company. I'm not too sure if I read that right. Hey man, how low do you think Wall Street will take Tesla in April and Q1? Well, no, I think again, it'll be a reply of Q4. They're not going to care about the earnings. They're going to care about the earnings call. That's going to be the thing. So we know Q1 is going to be bad, and they know Q1 is going to be bad. If Q2 comes out bad, then we have a problem. Because in Q2 we'll have the ramp of the model, the Model Y, and then we'll have probably the unveil of the affordable models, and closer date to these robo taxis and unsupervised FSD and stuff like that. And energy as well will be ramped up pretty nicely. So I don't think Q1 really matters. It's just earnings call. They just got to make sure that the earnings call doesn't get botched. You know what I mean? That's it. Like Elon can have that same energy. I think we should be okay. I think we should be on the good side of this one. What percentage? What percentage do you put on Elon selling any stock this year? I would say 60%. I think he would sell stock. I think he's waiting to get his compensation package for 2018 so he can start exercising some new shares. But the question is like, what is he going to buy? Right? I mean, how much do you want to exercise? How much do you want to sell? 10 shares? No, he's probably going to sell thousands of shares, hundreds of thousands of shares, but he has to have a reason for something. Okay, so it looks like, what is it? We got like 4 more minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and, so 1 second. Let me just go ahead and go to the X page. Make sure that we can start. We are, there we go. Just gonna wait for this to start. I'm gonna ask if we can start. I'm ready. Usually I host these, but then sometimes I get some audio issues. And the problem is that when I get these audio issues, I have to leave and come back. But as a host, once you leave, the whole host goes away. Like the whole spaces goes away. So I said, Fa, you take it, you be the host. Maybe we have to figure out some audio issues. If it happens, all I gotta do is leave and come back. and the space is still there. So that's how we're doing it. That's how we are doing it. Let's see, 3 more minutes. Oh, they started. All right, guys, let's go. Get ready, guys. Get ready. Connecting. Make sure you guys can hear it too. Come on. 1 second, 1 second. Okay, joining as co-host. Okay, accept. Wait. Oh no. Where is my audio? There we go.
Good morning, Pejjy.
Hello,
And good night,
hello.
your time.
Hello. I know I'm on time this time.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
It's great.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
I can hear you. How's it going, my friend?
How are you? Hope all is well. Let's wait for the lovely listeners, potential speakers come in as well. Let's see.
So it's crazy week.
What
You
is?
last night when I went to pick up pizza last night, when I went out to pick up the pizza,
Uh-huh.
Elon have another kid.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he's gonna have a kid every year with a different woman.
How did he have time? How did he
What do you
can
mean have
find time to
what do you mean
do
find
that, bro?
time? It doesn't take long to make a kid.
You don't have to go give girl flowers, spend time to get to know her. You're just like, hey,
No.
let's go have kid.
Yeah, when you're Elon, yeah, when you're Elon, you can, any girl would want to have a kid with you when you're Elon.
Yeah, right. You're right. You sound about right.
It's true
Yo,
though.
send me on Elon topic. Number one, you see the far left going crazy, posting like who will kill Elon. You see that?
No, I haven't.
Um, okay, it's on my timeline. Let me
Oh,
pin it up the space. They're going nuts. They're going nuts over him. There's a protest in Washington. Here, you have to see this.
that's ridiculous.
I pin it just right now. Who will kill Elon?
1 second. I'll check right now.
Yeah. So I am I'm praying. I hope that
Huh.
Trump give him the top notch security service. Yeah. I hope that happen. Okay, let me set the stage quick while Peggy, while we wait for Peggy. Um, I have agenda like about six agenda I want to talk today. Definitely get Peggy to answer all my question, and 1 hour, 12 o'clock to 12:30. The last 30 minutes we will take the speaker request, Q&A question, or anything you want to talk to us about Tesla. Okay. Um and um to save everybody time, if you can post your question in a comment section, we will talk about that too. All right, Peggy. Elon Musk in White House tech support for the president. I have to tell you the truth. I cannot keep up with those. The amount of corruption, corruption those show it to us. I'm like, holy shit. It's a long list. I have to do laundry. I have my kid to watch. I have to cook food. It's too much going on. And right now it's like Trump is like, okay, USAID kill, okay. You go to energy department of energy, you go to education, you go to IRS, and you go to Pentagon. Bruh bruh it's like it's better than real life drama. It's like holy shit. And they send there's a bunch of news. This is only what I can catch, that I can see in on X, like Reuters, This is why like Reuters always say shit about Elon bad, Trump bad, because they take $9 million a year from a government, propaganda government, dude. It's like all this year that people get checking out from holding Tesla. Like if you holding Tesla and it's about of like what, like Elon gonna go bankrupt. Model 3 will never come. Cybertruck is ugly as shit, will never sell. All that hit piece is been paying by our tax. I'm scratching my head, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Good thing I'm not scaring. Good thing I'm just like I know Elon is a winner, so I gonna hold my stock. I'm like, okay, it's okay. When the last all time high at 414 and it's go down to 104, a lot of that is come from those fake news. So I'm like, what is going on? So Elon say if we can reduce the size of the government and the government should work for people, we should reduce inflation. Inflation will end in 2026, which is mean the rate gonna have to come down, which is mean people can buy big item again, like house, car, boat, you know. So I think this is like for me at Tesla shareholder, if these people got so angry at Elon and say, we're not gonna buy your car, we're gonna sell your stock, like do it. Because those, the Department of Government Efficiency is a must. This is the most important thing Elon have to do right now. And Tesla stock on sale is like, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't care. You guys keep like yelling all the crazy shit. It's like people who used to be Democrat now they're gonna be like, oh, ew, that's thing. I could not believe I have to not vote for you anymore. What are you guys doing? You guys stealing. And that's how I look at the thing that's going on right now. And as Tesla shareholder, one more thing that is always like my husband is like, you cannot all rah Elon, you have to be criticized about Tesla. What is gonna make Tesla fail? It's not gonna fail if Elon die. If they be able to kill him, Tesla not gonna fail, but it's definitely gonna set back. It's but we is a as a innovative company like we with both AI company, both hardware and software company. I think people can move Tesla forward. The one earning call that they just show like a bunch of people on the stage, like these people take care of Supercharge, these people take care of um AI, these people take care. This is the CFO. Like basically, Elon tried to show us like key man risk that we all like worry about. It's actually people who know what they're doing, and the Tesla board they're good. They're not snake or they're not like try to try to corrupt. You know, Tesla is one company that is not DEI and it's not corrupt because Elon is like yo. I gonna tell you what up. Some year are good, some year is bad. But if you Tesla shareholder long term, it will reward you very good. And I believe him. All right, what you think, Pejy?
Well, it's a lot to unpack there, but the topic is Elon Musk is risking his life to expose corruption and corrupt and protect American taxpayers' money. Well, of course, there's some people who are corrupt are not going to like this and will probably want to do things. There's no doubt about that. As you mentioned, with the Democrats, the left are going crazy, which is insane because just shows you how corrupt they were, how much money they were taking, and how much advantage they were using for themselves. At the end, this is only going to benefit. I'm jealous because I'm not American. I'm Canadian, right? And the American taxpayers are going to enjoy the savings. Oh man, it's gonna be so beneficial. It's like Canada, where our government just keeps spending and keeps adding weird taxes, like the carbon tax. I never thought having a tax on the environment or having a carbon tax will, change the environment. And other stupid taxes that we don't know, and prices keep going up, and because we keep overspending on things that we don't need, like spending $20 million in Ghana teaching people how not to take a shit on the beach, and this is actual transaction on the Canadian website, which is just outrageous. Thankfully for the US, you're not going to have that anymore. You're going to have a bunch of savings and probably less taxes too, and probably things going to be more affordable too. Only concern is the tariffs, but I think over time that'll just it'll just be beneficial for the U.S. Regarding Tesla, it's the look. Oh God, it's you're seeing the CEO of Tesla, right? Forget the other companies, right? You're seeing the CEO of Tesla in the Oval Office next to the president. Like, just sit back and just take that in. Like, how could you be so bearish? Like some people are so bearish out there. It's, oh, look, he's there. He's in the White House. He's sleeping on the floor because he has to do this Doge stuff. But the dude is the CEO or the techno king, right? Of SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, I think, and about XAI, and he is in the Oval Office next to the most important person in the world. Like, to me, that's bullish as heck. Oh man, just 2 months ago, not even. How long has Trump been president for? Um, I think like no, 2 weeks, 3 weeks or
A
so.
month,
A month.
almost a month.
Yeah, almost a month. Yeah, like a month ago, that was not gonna happen. Like that was, or 3 months ago, before Trump was gonna get elected. That wasn't even a thought that the president of the United States is gonna help Elon. we went from presidents of the United States not inviting Elon to any conference, to any EV summits, or any summits at all, to him literally living in the White House next to the president. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's all I have to say. I mean, if you think this is a big bear signal, then you're an idiot. As simple as that.
They've been throwing this fart at him for a long time. Say Tesla doesn't have CEO. Elon is abandoned Tesla. Elon overwork himself. He have a lot on his plate. Like, these people don't understand Elon Musk. They are projecting because they cannot do it. But Elon proving and proving and proving to us, like, yeah, he can. And everything he touched, yeah, it's look like shit from the beginning. It's like fuck around and find out, right? But he overcome everything. The reusable rocket, Tesla, like we have more than 7 million car right now. Like, Pejjy, you follow Tesla like 4 years ago, right? 2020. We were we were making 500,000 and we like, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Less than 500,000. And 4 year later, 5 year later, it's like 7 million. It's like bam in your face, dude, in your face. So if they're like, oh, your Tesla doesn't have CEO, like, oh, you're not even deserve my ear to listen to your bullshit.
Yeah,
And
yeah, no, exactly. Just look at the progress since 2020 till now. It's incredible. Yeah, the cars have been lacking for the past couple. Well, just this year, 2024, it's been lacking. Um, 2025, I don't think they'll be lacking. I know there's like estimates coming out like 1.8, 1.9. Lucky if it's 1.9 or 2 million. But we'll see. We got affordable models coming. Yes, that's gonna take time to scale, but I don't know. I feel like we can reach that 2 million this year, at least 2 million. Um, Europe, there are some sales lagging there in Europe with all the stuff that's going on. I mean, we just saw JD Vance and um, Marco Rubio in Munich, and it was JD Vance it was a very powerful speech, but the Europeans still don't get it, unfortunately. So it's gonna be a hard battle to get them unwoke, but they're gone. Like they're so deep in wokeness that it's going to be it's gonna take a long time. Like JD Vance literally said that the threat is from internal. It's not from Russia or Ukraine or from China. It's from internal. And what's going on with the UK, with Germany, what's going on internally, you guys are destroying yourselves. And they get offended off that. And that's literally wokeism. Like, I'm offended. Like, what? Take a look at what you guys went to. Like, what's crazy? Like, I'm not trying to be racist or anything like that. Like, I'm a Muslim myself, but I see myself as an atheist. Like, I'm not even religious at all. But it's crazy to me that in the UK, the most popular name is Muhammad. That's messed up. Like, I'm sorry. It's not supposed to be that. It shouldn't be that. It should be something else. Like Muhammad, it should be something that's in the Middle East, which makes sense. Like, I'm here in the Middle East in Kuwait. There's a lot of Muhammads that I know. Sure. But what in the UK? Why is it number one in the UK? Well, something is wrong there. Something is not right. It's not right. Like, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think China will ever have this problem, or Japan or India will have this problem that their first names are going to be John, or the most popular name is going to be John, or maybe something that's not within their own borders, right? But unfortunately, like UK is like Muhammad. Like, that's crazy to me. So Tesla sales in Europe, I think they will lag for some time until they realize. Don't know how that's gonna be. So far, I think China and the US has to buckle up, or Tesla has to enter new markets because they haven't entered new markets for the past year. I'm surprised they did not enter any markets in 2024, which it was a surprise to me. But we're seeing signals that um, what's it called? They're going to be maybe entering Saudi Arabia, which is good, or in India. But we have to, got to see some action on that. Got to see some action on that. They're only available in like 26% or 27% of the global markets. Yes, these are the most important markets, but you know, you're only in one country in South America, which is Chile. You're only in four countries in the Middle East. You're in Europe. You're not in most of the Asian countries. You're not even in. Yes, you're in the main ones, but you're not in the other ones. So there's a lot.
Dude,
Yeah, there's a lot of markets that untapped markets that Tesla hasn't entered yet. So I hope they enter some markets, and if they enter Saudi here, I'm buying a Tesla because I can just go across the border and get one and come back. And if there's any issues with it, I can just drive it across the border. So that won't be an issue for me. So yeah, Tesla sales 2 million, but
when
that's not
when
that.
they
Yep.
when they release the cheaper, the sub 30K, I think that is when they're gonna go in a new country. That will be mass, very mass production. That will be like less than 40 seconds to pump out one car. I think we can get there. I believe so. Elon in the White House receiving the, I don't know what they call, president or prime minister of India. Ooh, that's a big one. Just for fun, just to guess. You think it within 3 to 5 years we will see Giga India? What do you think? Just a guess. This is just for fun.
Oh, India is very stubborn, unfortunately. I hope so because and they're stubborn and corrupt. Those are two factual things about the Indian government. Like their tax rate is
Well,
incredible. And I mean,
well,
incredible. What?
They asked Elon for those method to go back to India and apply it.
That's
That's
funny.
that's literally what that's what they asked Elon for the guidance. Mm-hmm.
And you replied back with, "Sure, let me build a gigafactory in your country, and we'll talk about that." You know what I mean? Or a mega pack factory. I don't know. I don't know. India is I don't know, import tax of 100% on EVs. Now Trump is there. Trump's gonna go like, hey, if you're gonna do that, well, I'm gonna, import. I'm gonna, put some tariffs on you. So I think this is bullish for Tesla right there with this tariff thing, against India. But I don't know. I do see if, and here's the thing. I don't know if how reliable the Indian government are. I assume they're not that reliable. So even if they bring down the tariff percentage and they do import these EVs, what are the chances that in the next 5 years a new administration comes, or when a new administration comes, right, or if whatever, or maybe the existing government changes in India and they increase the tariffs up again. So you don't know that. So I think it's a much smarter idea to be vertically integrated in India. So building a gigafactory there or a mega pack factory there won't be a bad idea. But then the average cost of a vehicle there is below 10,000, right? And the average selling price for each Tesla is like below 40,000 now. So yeah, that's going to be an issue. You got to bring the cost down drastically. But even the affordable models, if it's like 20K, 25K, 30K, that's still expensive for the average Indian to buy an electric vehicle. They'll just get a scooter, electric scooter for like two, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever the cost is. But there are customers there. Like it's not like 1% of 1.4 billion. That's a lot of people. I'm pretty sure they can afford it, right? So you'll be able for those market. But in terms of like mass volume, I don't know. I don't think that's really an ideal thing unless they export it out. But then you have China that's already doing that. So it's a tricky one. India is a tricky one. I think Elon is like, I do want to build one there, but then it's going to be difficult because we don't have the right products to sell to the masses, and then I can't really export out because I'm already doing that with China. So it's like, is it worth building a gigafactory there? Maybe a megapack factory, maybe that'll work. But gigafactory, I don't know. That's a tough one unless they can make $5,000-$10,000 vehicles. I mean, BYD, they have below $10,000 cars. They can easily do it unless they're not tariffed. But um, yeah, I think BYD is positioned better in India than China is, unless they bring down the cost. But you know, um, the important part here, the vehicle thing is one thing, but the full self driving thing is like the main thing, right? For me, the autonomy part is the main thing, and the bot is that's just a whole new topic. But the full self driving thing again, when it comes to India, I don't know how robotaxis and FSC is going to work there. I think they have to change their whole infrastructure for that. If you guys, I mean, I'm sure we all seen how driving in India is. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. But I'm just looking more towards the full self driving thing. That's the reason why I'm all in and haven't sold a single share for the past 5 years.
June, June
Yeah.
this year, June. Did you see Jay Leno Garage?
Mm.
Did you see the episode of
Not the full
France and
thing.
La?
Not the full thing because it was pretty long. I didn't watch the full thing, but I watched snippets of it on X, which there were some very interesting things, like Cybercab rolling off in June. I didn't know that. I thought it was gonna be the current sexy models, not the Cybercab, which is a sheesh moment that we're gonna see Cybercab in Austin rolling around, and then maybe a month later in other cities. And I think the scale is gonna be massive. The scale is gonna be massive in the US. We're gonna probably see um, um, unsupervised FSD in in I think 70% of all US cities and by end of this year. That's going to be massive because if Waymo is doing it, Waymo is already in a few cities. Why can't Tesla do it when they're so far ahead in this technology? So I'm very excited for that. I'm also excited to see when China is going to enable the FST there. We saw Mexico do it, which was pretty big. I didn't see that one coming because Mexico, they have some rules there, but in the city it gets a little crazy. But that's crazy. And then Europe, I think Europe will take longer than what Elon said by May. I think it'll take longer than that. But it's a sheesh moment. Yeah, June's gonna be exciting. I do have a feeling that the stock's gonna do pretty well, but we'll see. It's gonna be a sheesh moment. I'm very excited.
Does the stock um the stock price have some correction, which is,
Hmm.
you know, I know, everybody who sit here know, no stock only going up. No, none of the stock taking cocaine. They're not going up all the time. I laugh at my own joke. But the stock go up is correction. I think this correction is easy to deal with because yes, Elon is a first buddy with Trump, and the robo taxis Austin in June. Not just Elon talking. Now, France and La went to Delano and confirmed that. And the process of, there's a lot of people saying it. Shama or in podcast,
Hmm.
um, the 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 co-founder of Uber, Travis, say that in our in podcast. A lot of signal, a lot of people who in the industry say it. So I don't think they're gonna be late. I think it's gonna happen sooner than, or we're gonna see the robo taxi all over America sooner than we expect. You understand? And with the stock price, a lot of analysts is start to saying robo taxi. They start to see it.
Yeah, no. I just want to take a minute to talk about why the stock crashed the way it did and how the panic just unveiled. It was just absolutely ridiculous. But I loved it because I just bought more. It was just that was it was this weirdest dip ever. Well, first thing is, well, one thing I realized why the stock went down the way it did is because Wall Street sat back and they're like, Q4 earnings wasn't that great, so we have to bring down our estimates for 2025 and 2026, which is just unreliable because they keep changing it, not not every quarter, but every flipping day. So it's like the first thing in my mind, I'm just like, these guys are idiots. They don't know what the heck they're doing. Why? Okay, yeah, Q4 earnings was bad. Sure, that's being priced in, is adjusting the price. Sure, but why do you got to bring down 2025, 2026? You do know that you have to, you know, adjust this massively once they unveil the affordable models and once unsupervised FSC starts happening again, right? So that was one signal for me to buy more. It was hilarious. Other stupid things like Kimball selling shares, like that was one of the dumbest FUD ever out there because he sells shares every year. He doesn't sell it once in a while. He sells it every year. He does, and it doesn't matter what price he sells it at. He just sells it, and whatever, you know, he wants to use it to have fun or do other things, whatever it is. But he sells every year. Good years, bad years, he sells it. Tariffs was another one that everyone was like scared about. Oh, Trump with tariffs, what he's gonna do, all that kind of stuff. Elon being distracted again, that was a big one. Oh, Doge and all that kind of stuff. OpenAI was another one. It's such a, my God, the OpenAI was the best one because it was just a troll. It was just a troll. And then all of a sudden, everyone was like, oh no, Elon's going to sell stock to buy OpenAI. Oh no. And that was crazy. And then all this FUD came out. And then BYD comes out with their God's Eyes, which was the most, which was like I think that was the last thing that came out before the stock bottomed and went back up. It was the funniest thing because it's like, oh,
Oh, that's so
he's
funny.
yeah, BYD is gonna make FSD free. I'm like, okay, sure. In what city? Because they're using lidar. Lidar can't be scalable. You can't use it in countries. You can't use it scalable. You can't do that. Where in which part are they gonna make it free? You know what I mean? So I started laughing at that, and I'm just like, oh man, that was another signal for me to buy more, and I doubled down on that day. And then it just bounced back. And then as soon as it bounced back, all this FUD just went away. Like nothing happened. It was just like, okay, like one day it went up, everyone was like, oh, it's a bull trap. Oh, it's a bull trap where it's gonna go down, and you know, it's a rug pull. And then the day after that it was green again, and then it was green the next day, and then it just went up to 350, 360, and everyone was just like quiet, waiting for next week, you know. And who knows, it may go down next week. I don't know, maybe go up again next week. I mean, I don't know, but you just gotta realize that when FUD happens, you just gotta just be knowledgeable. Like the DeepSeek thing was the funniest thing ever, and I spoke about this, Joe, on the podcast. He's like, that deep people were like, "Oh, DeepSeek is going to destroy Nvidia because Nvidia went down like half a trillion in a day because of DeepSeek," and it's just like, you guys realize that Nvidia makes the chips, so if DeepSeek works, they're gonna be getting the chips from Nvidia. It was the dumbest thing ever said, and people just panic and they just sell, and it's ridiculous. And these are opportunities that you can just see in hindsight and buy, and just make a profit off of. So this is why it's very important to educate and know. Like I don't know why Tesla was going down. Tesla doesn't even. I mean, they're the only company that has real world AI. Like why did they get? Why did
It's a
they go down?
panic.
It's
The
panic,
world is
yeah. And
panicking.
and
Yeah.
what I want everyone to know here is that panic is your friend if you want to buy more shares. Like people, when the stock goes to all-time highs, they're like, "Oh man, I wish I bought more shares." Because, well, of course you want to buy more shares at 480, or you wish you bought more at 480 because there's no panic, there's no fear, there's nothing to scare you. And then when it goes down to 300, there's all kinds of fun and fear, and you're like, "I don't know, I'm scared. Daddy, hold me, man. I don't know why. I want to sell everything. Oh my god." And that's the time you need to buy, you idiots. Oh man. But anyways,
Pejjy
yeah.
turned to be SMR here.
No, I'm just saying the facts here. It's just people's emotions. You can't get emotion to these things. Investing, you got to keep it out the door. Otherwise, it's going to cost you. Sheesh.
Okay, next one. The government, the rumor that the government will buy Cybertruck,
Mm.
Cybertruck. The contract supposed to be 400 millions. Pidgey, what do you think? You serious?
Yeah, and this happened on December 13th. So this happened under Biden's administration, which was interesting to see that. But my question is that I know, is that the 400 million is armored vehicles? Is this confirmed or is this rumor?
So there's a news that come out, and I saw a bunch of people go comment on it. Basically the comment that far side comments like, oh, maybe this is they try to trick off us. The Democrat try to trick off us, like, hey, let's say we're gonna buy this shit, and then I get out and Trump get in, and we just say like they corruption. But I think Elon said best. If it's a contract between the government and Tesla or SpaceX, you go look at the price. We are the cheapest one, and we give the most value. So it's supposed to be like that. You get what you get the value from us. We're not stealing money. So as Elon said best. So I don't know if it's gonna be trigger sale when, but I think they should buy Cybertruck for the military police car. Yes, I think so. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the most safest car. We saw the bombing, what happened in front of Trump Tower. So that was with the biggest advertisement for it. And we're already seeing somehow Russia got their hands on two Cybertrucks, and they put machine guns on it, and then they took it to the front line, and or at least not to the front line, but like they tried to take it to the front line, but then Tesla realized and they disabled it, so it's useless. It's a tank. It's a tank. It's a legal tank on the road. That's what it is. That's what the Cybertruck is. So, and it's bulletproof. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to see um, president or top level officials use it. It actually makes sense. So, but um, and it's the most American made car or truck, right? So let's see. I'm not too sure. I want to see confirmation on this. I'm seeing it, but let's see. That's my thoughts.
Yes. And okay, next. Oh, we have a lot to talk about. Tesla Energy, my friend. They they post on the Tesla Energy on X. They post. They have an X post say they pump out now 1,500 Powerwall in 24 hours. Dude, you see that?
Sheesh. Yeah, I see that, and I see Jennifer here listening. I think she wants to have say in this, but um, yeah, that was crazy, and it explains why Tesla had a good deployment of energy in Q4, and explains why um, the average selling price per. That's the thing, though. I don't make up. So it was 11 gigawatt hours that was deployed. I think 1 to 1.5 gigawatt hours of that was um, Powerwall, which makes sense because if that was all make up pack, it doesn't make any sense because well, the average selling price crashed down big time. So I think about 1.5 gigawatt hours was the Powerwall, and that's insane. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of this, and I don't think they've expanded to another country yet. It's just still within the U.S. So when that gets available in Canada, people are going to use it. When that gets available in other parts of the world, that'll get used maybe in China or something. So yeah, this is big. This is a big business. So I'm pretty excited on that. But the scalability though, like 50% increase from November till now, like that's insane. That is pretty insane.
Mind blowing.
I just wish that I
Mind blowing.
knew. I just wish that I just wish that maybe I can check the website and see how much it costs for Powerwall. I can figure out the costs and everything, and take it from there. But I do wish to know what their cost is and how much the profit margin is. That'll help a lot with like the analysis and all that kind of stuff. So that's a big sheesh moment. Sheesh.
Yeah, I saw somewhere on my X feed too. It is very hard. Sometimes like my kid playing on the playground and I try to catch up on a Tesla new and I lift my face up, my kid is already like over there say, "Oh my God." So I cannot bookmark everything. But I see somewhere that they say Tesla in Australia make the power wall in Australia. They fully ram or something. I think send a big fire in Australia a few years ago. Um, Elon went over there and set up the solar and the battery, and right now it's fully work like all that part of Australia. I saw it somewhere. I should bookmark it. But this is a rumor. Don't take me literally. I saw it on X. Um, if someone know about this and want to come tell us later, I'm mostly welcome. Dude, when the Tesla analysts on Wall Street, when they understand the Powerwall and
Let's
the Tesla
go.
energy, how much money that they about to make, that when they like, holy shit, they have to add Tesla in the position. Right now, none of them are counting the Tesla energy. And that's just like head scratch for me. I'm like, dude, you guys see it. You guys see the number. Why don't you guys add on your sheet? I don't get it. So one thing that is about corrupt media, like CNN, Reuters, MSNBC, those crap. Right now, since Trump and Elon cut the budget, they're not gonna have so much money to hire people to write hit piece about Tesla anymore. It's gonna force people to be more like more clear and less corrupt when they report something like factually, like number, when they recalculate everything. I think we will see it. I will see it affect in the stock price. Maybe maybe this year, maybe next year. What you think?
Well, Megapack Shanghai, that's going to help a lot. But Powerwall, the way how it's gonna, if it's not a one-off, and it keeps what's it called? It keeps exponentially growing the way it is, like 50% growth within like 4 months. That's insane. That's insane. Then yeah, of course, the growth has to be added on. Now I'm not too sure if they're profiting off Powerwall. Um, maybe not so much at the moment unless they keep scaling. But once we get a clear number of how much they're going to be growing, how fast, how how much they're going to be producing, how much they're going to be selling for, I think definitely this is going to be added on to their spreadsheet. I think Wall Street already has energy to their spreadsheet, um, but I don't think it's as high as they think they put it because 3 billion in the past in just Q4 alone. You have to project this in your spreadsheet, and as an analyst, they have to add this to it. Um, Now with Megapack Shanghai, I think they'll be adjusting that once we see actual numbers in Q2 or maybe Q1 earnings. We'll see about the energy, but they're still too fixated onto the vehicles still. Oh, we want to see them, have more models. And they're going to continue doing this until they have the full self driving and the robot taxi or some other revenue or profits that can well more make that up. So, um, energy for sure, Powerwall. I don't think they're really counting Powerwall right now because we don't know. I mean, I don't even know. So until we get more information on that, I don't think it'll be added onto a little silly spreadsheet that they keep changing every 5 seconds.
Dude, the price target though. The price target go up when stock is green, and the price target go down when stock is red.
Yeah, it's stupid because they try to chase it. And here's the thing, like, I love Dan Ives, I do. I love that he's in the forefront, but he's guilty to this as well. Like he does that all the time. Like stock goes up, yeah, it's going up to, what was it? It was back in 2024 as soon as Trump won. Oh, not just him, but everybody. Oh, it's going to 250 or went 300. Oh, price target 350. And then when it went to like 375, oh, the price is 450. And then when it went to like 450, they, oh no, the price is 550. And then 650. And then 700. And it's like, bro, chill. Like I'm surprised that Dan Ives didn't change his price target when it went down to the mid to the low mid to low 300s because he usually does it. Um, others did it. Others did it. But yeah, these analysts are just silly. They're always going to be wrong and stuff. Um,
I think it's funny. I watch them for the entertainment purpose. It's
yeah,
funny. Um, Another thing, okay, we doing good, Pejy. I have two more agenda, and then it's noon. We can have other people talk to us. Another thing is Jim Dama. I think his X handle is Jimme. He
mm,
say the version 13, the new one is feel like magic. Dude. So when it's in top engineer, world class engineer call technology refers as magic, I think it's closer than we think. And my car is hardware 3, and I just got a new upgrade. It's 12.6.3. It's good. It's right better than me now. Like my eyesight is not that great anymore. At night, if I go out the house, my car driving, period. If it's try to kick me out, say my camera is not clean, I pull over, I clean my camera and say, go, you know. It stay perfectly in the lane. And it's like human, because when some other cars driving not straight, swerving, it's move itself to another lane that's safe. It's it's awesome. I will not, I will not drive. If my car don't tell me that the camera is foggy, I will not drive. My car have to drive for me. So when James Drama say it is like magic. This is feel like magic. This is big. What do you think?
Yeah, him and Holmar is always with the new versions better than the old one, always. But I'm not. I've seen Jimmy's podcast with other people and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I mean, I the last time I've tried the FSD, it was in July, and it blew me and my brother away. And that was version 12. Version 13, I can only imagine how good that's going to be. Um, and every version that is coming, it's looking to be just more human-like and more human-like, which is just absolutely amazing because that's the reason why I went all in Tesla stock because of this technology alone. And seeing it come to fruition, it's just like, man, it's the greatest feeling ever. It really is. The crazy part is the fact that Tesla is so confident that they're sticking with the June. Like Elon um, reassured us again a couple days ago on the June thing. It's on June. That's happening on unsupervised, and it's gonna spread to other cities as well. Franz saying it, Lars is saying it, and they're all saying it's gonna happen sooner than we think as well, which is just absolutely amazing. And the second half of this year is going to be mind blowing when it comes to this FSD stuff, and I'm very excited to see how that's gonna play out. It's gonna be such a sheesh moment that I can't wait. Um, but yeah, I mean, I can't wait to
Dude,
experience. Yeah,
Elon comment or retweet Omar drive video. I think I
mm,
saw one when Omar say the car drove him from LA back to San Francisco without have to touch anything, and he went to the car went to the supercharge and park itself. All he has to do is go out and plug it in and come back, and it's drive him from the supercharge back to San Francisco without touching one.
that's
That
crazy.
crazy, right? My car didn't do that yet. And thank God that Elon gonna update all the camera for my car so it can do that. I'm waiting for that day to come. I think this is my little pea brain. I think when Tesla opened the robo taxi fleet, and the car that we own, like my car and a lot of people that have Tesla, can go for work and making money. Dude, every Tesla secondhand, every hardware tree that is out there secondhand, people gonna go buy it. It's gonna be like a new world real estate, you know? Like it's like me buying my condo and rent it out in Thailand. It's like no, people gonna go buy the secondhand Tesla and let it go work. I think this gonna change a lot of stuff. So this is like super excited for me. I cannot wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be an insane um, future. I just want to know what the rules are gonna be with robo taxis. Like, how many people can have of how many? Like, obviously, if you're Uber or Lyft, if you want to survive, you have to change all your fleet to Teslas. Otherwise, you're gonna go bankrupt, right? And then you're gonna have a whole bunch of fleet. And if I'm Uber, well, I want to have as much of the market as I possibly can. So if it's possible, I'll have a million Teslas who can do this robo taxi stuff, and I'll take as much market share as I possibly can. So I want to know if there's a limit to this, to these companies, or even if you're just an individual that wants to do this. Eventually, I think um, the demand will be high on this when people realize that, wait a minute, I don't need a car. I don't need a car anymore. I can just call in Uber taxi to my home, pay 1/10 of the price of me owning a car and not have to worry about the liabilities or anything like that. It'll take me places. It's private. I have everything I need. Why do I need a car? And then once we eliminate that, where car ownership is no longer a thing, because it's not like I'm happy about the car ownership is going to be a thing. It's like that's what's going to happen. Like I just don't see it playing out any other way, where transportation becomes so cheap that if you own a car or two and you're paying the insurance and you're paying the maintenance fee or the charge and the gas fee and the EV fee, the charging thing, and you have the headache of someone or this uncertain, uh, you know, thing on your mind that someone may scratch my car or someone may hit my car and then have that's damages and then accidents and all this stuff. When you can eliminate all that and have robotaxi instead, with the cost being so much less, oh man, if you're an EV maker or an automaker and you don't have any capabilities of full self-driving in your car, you are not selling a single vehicle. Like you're finished. You're done. Like that's gonna be the main thing. Like in 10 years' time, you're gonna be people will be walking to dealerships and literally asking, does this thing have the feature of driving itself? Just like how people now, when you get a car, they ask, okay, does it have a backup camera? Right? Does it have sensors? You know, if your car doesn't have that right now, no one's going to be buying it. Because what am I buying? 2000 car models to 2010 models? No, I want to buy, you know, the recent models, or at least 5 years old, or if it's used or whatever. It needs to have at least a backup camera, or it needs to have some sort of a sensor that can allow me, or those things on the mirrors. In 10 years time, this thing's going to be the full self-driving. And if you don't have it, you ain't going to sell it. Yeah, it's as simple as that. And so automatically, that's going to eliminate car ownership. And you're going to see robot taxis become the trend, the thing. And you'll see people selling their cars and downsizing to robot taxis. It's going to be an insane future. And I can clearly see this. So until that day, I can see everyone having a cyber cab or a vehicle that can do autonomous, and they can have it in their robot taxi network. And I don't think supply will be that much of a problem then. But in the beginning, it's going to be a big problem because you have to make that switch. People don't know that driverless cars are going to be so much cheaper and more convenient in every way in the beginning. So that's going to take time, and maybe this will uh, be matured in 10-15 years time, I think. Um, and then other parts of the world as well. So this will take time. This will take some time, but eventually we'll get there. And eventually we will get to a place where, you know, you just, people don't own cars. They just have robo taxis. It's crazy. Like even guys who who buy a cyber cab or have a Tesla, they'll use it for themselves to get to work and then put it in a network to make money for them. Like I can see this happening big time. It's gonna be
Yeah,
yeah.
the car gonna be the comedy that make money. The car that have full self-driving that can become the AI and go work in the real world gonna be the comedy that is give you back your time and your money.
Yeah,
That's big. All
massive.
right, last 10 minutes. This is my favorite topic of the day that I want to talk to Pejjy about. Ray Dalio
Hmm.
bought $62 million in Tesla stock.
Oh yeah.
So if Ray Dalio or in Tesla stock, I don't think we are dumb.
And you know what's
This is get
crazy?
me so excited.
You know what's crazy? It's not just him who bought a lot. There's other people too. But Ray Dalio, he bought it at like $403 per share. So right now he's down like what, 15-20%. So he saw the value at $403, and he didn't I don't we don't know yet if he dollar cost average down, but he saw the value of $403, which tells you something, which tells you that, oh man, we're in it. It's gonna be crazy. That's all. I don't. It's gonna be in flip insane. But it's not just.
So I know Ray Dalio because I read his book.
Hmm,
I read it long ago. I read his book during pandemic, and what I get out of his book is plan for the worst, but hope for the best. He's talking about the decline of the nation. Um, and in podcast, maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he's a guest and talked to David Freeberg about America debt.
hmm.
So he actually worry about money, the future of USA. So he's I don't follow him so closely, but I don't never see he announced buying stock before, you know. So for him, that's actually being in defensive mode, like a nation gonna go in a decline if we not do something about this debt and come out and say I invest this much amount of money in Tesla. This is how I see it. This is how I unpack it. He see the prosper of America. He see what Elon doing is right for America. He see it. He's like, yeah, we nailing a bunch of corruption, and we stop spending money in a wasteful and fraud, and yeah, we have chance to be prosper. And he's so, I think he's in the support of Elon. That's why he buying Tesla stock. He see the value of 400, definitely, but he see what Elon doing. And this is go back to the thing that we talked from the beginning, like all the fake news, all the facts say, hey, people don't like Elon, they boycott Elon. Tesla gonna plumb, and that is maybe half or less than half of the people that hate Elon. But a lot of people that in Democrat used to be Democrat. Last time they vote Biden, and they see all this corruption shit that's going on, and they say like, you know what, Elon, thank you, bro. I was gonna go buy March E, but now I'm gonna buy Tesla to support you, right? And Pejy said best. The Tesla that got bombed in front of Trump Tower. That's the best ad ever, right? If I'm a dad and I have a bunch of 16 years old son, and my son is a little bit crazy, what car do I gonna buy for them? I gonna buy them the Cybertruck. Yo, my kid must be safe at that car driving itself. I gonna be calling my kid like, hey, did you turn on a full self driving? Turn it on. Don't fucking drive. Let the car drive you. Like when people come out and say, hey, let's boycott Elon, I see another half of the country say like, yo, we see what you're doing. We support you. We can next car is the next Tesla. No question asked. You know? So all of this that happen right now, it's look like a shit show, but it is not a shit show. It's a flywheel up. It's a prosperity. It's a flywheel up. We're gonna save our tax. We're gonna save on our tax. The funds keep coming. Is good. People take all the paper hand out. We get the discount. Keep going, right? I have a bunch more cash that I gonna buy more this week, definitely. So thank you for that. And the all the corruption that is like come out, dude. I think the whole country gonna flip red. I think they have no choice when they see all this corruption. Who in their right mind say, hey, I saw egg is $10. 12 egg is $10. Yes, send my money to buy condom for Hamas. Yes, do it. put shrimp on the treadmill. Yes, give cocaine to the monkey. Yes, like who say yes to all of that? Like you really have a problem. So, but if people like normal people like me, you, and everybody here, if we not have a problem in our head, we're gonna be like, no, we don't want our money spent like that. So I think this is the best time to get red pill to all of us. Like people in Virginia, people who lost their home from the hurricane still stay in the tent. And people in California who not rich people, their house burned down, they get $700. Those people know where they vote blue again. No way, no way. There's like no, Mr. Trump, keep going, right? So Ray Dalio is a huge signal, huge, big one. Um, One thing my dad told me, since I'm a little girl, my dad said, when you see things, just take a minute and look what smart people do, and look what the stupid people do, and just ask yourself which one you want to be next to, right? You shoot your team, right? Are you gonna shoot winner or are you gonna shoot loser? Just ask yourself a little bit. And I'm applying method right now. Who the fuck tell me to sell Tesla stock at 350 because they boycott Elon in Germany? Like, who are you? Who are you? How much money in your portfolio? Yeah, right, not so much. And Ray Dalio, who actually I considered him the teacher of the society. Like, if you want to learn something about a society, the money, the change of the power, the new world order, maybe go read his book. He's pretty much up there. And he buy Tesla for 62 million. So we make it until noon, Pejy.
Yeah. Sheesh. Yeah. So if anyone wants to come here and speak, and we got half an hour left, just send a request. We'll just accept you. But adding on to the point with this Ray Dalio stuff, it's not just Ray Dalio who bought. It was um, the who was it here? Let me pull it up. Vanguard bought like 3.6 million shares, more shares. BlackRock bought 7.4 million shares. Goldman Sachs, they bought a little over 1 million shares. Stanley Druck Millers from this family office, they bought about 38,000 shares. So everybody seemed to buy the dip. And those who told you to sell, they're probably living in their mom's basement with no money. So I wouldn't I wouldn't listen to the noise or the FUD, and just listen and just stick to the plan, and you'll do fine. Look, Tesla is redefining so many things: how we drive, how we, commute, transportation, energy. The bot's going to change labor in the way that we see. And you just don't want to bet against this company. You really don't want to bet against this company. Um, Long term, you'll do well. Any speakers who want to come up, you can request.
When when Tesla bought go, like when we make a few million of them, I I saw last night. People, when you go to the dentist, it's not going to be people anymore. It's going to be one people there that just make sure that the equipment and everything's like, you know. But we're going to have dentist robot doing it for us. The government gonna open a place that this place is gonna be a bunch of robot and AI, and poor people can go there and get their teeth cleaned down for free. It's gonna be health center that you can go exercise, and robot gonna be there to help you. I saw the society that is no poor people anymore. Everything that is basic need is gonna be covered by robot, and the government will supply that. I don't think it's too far. Maybe 5, 10 years, 15 years. but I think in my lifetime, the people who do surgery, the provider to give us surgery, maybe it's a robot because they don't have hangover, because they not fight with their wife last night, they not the loved one not just died this morning and they still have to be here working on your body. A lot of stuff will move to robot. And as a of as investor, this is like the golden era. If if you back go back to look at Amazon back in the day when when the AWS, before it's like everybody adopt them, people are still laughing at that. It's like who gonna use it, and now everybody use it. It's like, right. Tesla bot is right like that. People are still like, "The robot is creepy." Yeah, but if you can have robot do everything for you, your housework, cooking, teaching your kid, tutoring your kid, go get whatever you need for you, you will take one. And everybody is like, give me three. Right? It is huge. All right, I saw a new speaker. Hello, welcome, Henry.
Hi everyone. It's my first time in this space, and yeah, thank you for the letting me speak. I just wanted to add some context to the commentaries about Ray Dalio and other institutions buying into more Tesla. Everyone knows that these institutions filed the 13 Fs, and one of the things I wanted to share is some of you may know that it's that these institutions file with the SEC, and the latest one is for all the activity that ended as of December 31st, 2024. So why is that important? It's not reflective of activity year to date. So from Jan 1 to now, it's they could have done anything, buy, sell, or even add more than we anticipated on this dip. Not dip. I'm sorry, I don't like the word dip because it did drop significantly. So in this recent downturn, we don't know what these institutions did. Another thing I wanted to share is that yes, Ray Dalio is one of the he I don't know if he actually runs it anymore, but he definitely has most of his wealth tied into it, that's for sure. But whoever runs it, the assets under management is huge. So to put it into context, let's say Ray Dalio had $100. That's a lot more easy to grasp instead of billions. It's the equivalent of him adding 5 cents into Tesla. That's based on the latest AUM numbers available publicly. That's one thing. I think the other thing I'd like to share is that yes, and it's positive news. It's encouraging. Whether Tesla's has an up day or a down day, the net purchase and actually the net activity for all these institutions based on the latest 13 Fs is positive. So meaning that the institutions have in net uh, has added to Tesla roughly about 5%. Um, the notables are Vanguard, BlackRock, but mm, I'll finish with this. One interesting thing is I have had very difficult finding any postings on X. Um, who was the largest buyer of Tesla in the latest 13Fs? in terms of sheer number of shares of Tesla, it wasn't Vanguard. They're the largest holder. Yes. BlackRock is maybe third. I'm not exactly sure, but let's say they're third. They bought a ton of Tesla. But Fidelity, FMR, bought, I think it was close to 9 million shares of Tesla. So almost double what BlackRock, maybe 80% more than Vanguard did this past quarter. So, and even on a relative basis, FMR has a much smaller position relative to Vanguard and BlackRock, but they bought so much more shares than both of them. So I just wanted to highlight that yes, it's positive news, but I wouldn't use it as a barometer to manage your own funds. You have to look at it on a relative basis, put things into context, and say, yes, yeah, they did buy a lot. But when they did buy, Tesla was trading in the 400s. The interesting thing would be the next 13Fs that they publish, what did they do in this downturn? And maybe we'll get some insight opportunistically to reinforce our thesis, more shorter term thesis, and taking maybe strategic steps to manage our Tesla position for those who have one. Maybe just be too late. Maybe the move in Tesla would be there's positive catalysts that develop before the next 13 Fs are published, and we lose out if we rely on these 13 Fs. But maybe we'll be lucky enough to say, hey, it's just trading sideways. Granted, it's $50 or $100 price ranges, and we get a glimpse of what these institutions did in this latest downturn in Tesla, then we'll be lucky enough to say, hey, they added more. Then in that situation, that may reinforce our thesis of saying, I had some dry powder, maybe I'll consider adding. If they didn't do anything, that would be very interesting. And the no-brainer would be they sold into strength, meaning they de-risked. They didn't. It's not like they're going to sell out their position, but they de-risk. That also could be um interesting perspective on what these bigger players do, because at the end of the day, it's these institutions that move the price in a meaningful way. It's not retail. Thanks for the time.
Um, yes,
Can I jump in?
you. Welcome, AB Chicago. Welcome.
Hi. So, uh, le- let me level set. I'm a long time Tesla shareholder, probably for the last 3, 4 years. That's not really long time, but I love the FSD. I own a Tesla. All those things are fantastic. I mean, the FSD, the 13 version, is fantastic. So, from a tech standpoint, I absolutely have no issues with Tesla. I think it's fantastic. My the part that I struggle with is, on X, a lot of people talk about how great the tech is.
Hello, friend. Oh, okay.
Uh,
You have Tesla,
yes, I do.
and you have a V13,
Yeah,
and
yes.
you like it.
Oh,
You
love it.
use it and you love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So
So here's my question. Let
and
me go
let
ahead.
me ask you a question. Are you holding Tesla stock?
Yes, I am.
How long ago?
3 years, 4 years.
3 years? Like
Yeah,
2021, 2022?
yeah. 2021.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
2021,
So
2022.
what is inspiration? What bring you to Tesla stock? What is a trigger for you to start investing?
In the Tesla stock.
Yeah.
I think I gotta be really honest. I bought a Tesla stock before I bought a Tesla car. Just the volatility and the options, the amount of premium you can make on the options. That was really my reason to invest in Tesla stock.
So how did you heard about Tesla stock?
What do you mean? Oh, you live and breathe. I mean, Teslas are everywhere.
Oh,
I
so you feel Tesla in the air, but it's the premium of the option is bring you to Tesla stock.
correct. Yes.
All right. So what
So
is your concern?
here's my. I don't have a concern. I love the tech, but as an investor, I'm always very skeptical. And the part I am not skeptical about the tech. The tech is fantastic. My problem is, when will the EPS grow? The earnings per share. I don't see a line in sight. So let's take Q1, right? The Q1 numbers will come out in April, mid of April, end of April. I don't see an EPS growth. Uh, because the number of cars that are going to get sold in Q1 are not, it's probably going to be lower than what was sold in Q4 of last year. Even if robotaxi is unveiled in June, how is Tesla going to make money off that robotaxi? Like, where is the profitability come from? So this is more of a question. I don't know the answer. Maybe Pejjy or Henry, somebody would know. Like, how would they make money? Uh, so I think that's the part I'm struggling with before investing any more money, because I don't see any EPS growth happening this year. So now we gotta wait till next year for EPS growth to happen. That doesn't, there are a lot of other opportunities out there, which actually where the stock's EPS growth is growing this year, and you don't have to wait till next year. So that's my contrarian view towards Tesla. So, but other than that, the tech is fantastic. Love the company. I love their products. But as an investor, I am not sure you want to buy a stock just because the tech is awesome. That's all I wanted to say. If anybody has a response or an answer, would love to hear.
I got it. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. So yeah, EPS growth is not going to happen in Q1. We're not going to have high delivery numbers in Q1 because of the Model Y ramp. That's not going to be delivered until March. So we're going to see maybe low 400,000 vehicle deliveries, maybe even high 300s. But if there's any quarter that you want to sell or have the worst quarter and you're selling vehicles, it's in Q1. It's always the worst quarter. But we know this. And Wall Street is not going to punish Tesla stock for having or losing or missing on earnings because they know that something else is coming, which is the robotaxi. The earnings call is what's going to be the biggest thing. Now, EPS growth, I see it starting to grow from Q2 and onwards if there's no black swan event or anything that happens throughout the year. Because in Q2, Model Y is going to be ramped. We're going to get deliveries of it. Megapack Shanghai is going to be ramping as well. So that's going to be slapped onto that as well. Um, these two will be the main factors for at least a beat, maybe. Oh no, sorry, a met, maybe a beat for Q2, but on the higher end. Q3, Q4, when Overtaxi unsupervised starts in August, in not August, in June, it's a ride hauling service. So it's going to charge people that they're going to start making money then. But it's not going to be any significance until it's scaled. What's going to really excite Wall Street and what's really going to drag up the stock price of this is that Tesla will share the information of how much money they made and what the margins are. And then Tesla will say that we're going to be growing to many cities and we're going to be growing this at a 100% rate, 200% rate every single year, which is doable at low numbers, right? If the first year they're going to be doing like 4.5 million in sales in just robotaxi ride haul in one city or a couple cities, then in the next quarter they can easily double or triple that. So they can do that. Once Wall Street gets a taste of this, now they have to go to their spreadsheet and add it. Not to mention the affordable models. That's something else as well. But that's not going to be scaled until end of the year as well. But let's just stick to FST and robotaxi. Once they know this, they're going to be going to their spreadsheets and adding it. And here's the thing: the market is forward looking, so they're going to be looking six to 12 months down the year, and they're going to be going like, okay, we have this new income stream now that's going to be increasing the EPS, meaning that's going to increase the value of the company, meaning we have to increase our price targets. I mean, Tesla, it goes up like crazy, irrationally. That's why people are calling for 700 for June. Some people are calling it could reach 1,000 by end of the year because of this. Because it's gonna be insane what they're gonna, what's gonna happen. And how can you even value something like that when it's not there yet?
Yeah.
Now the thing,
But can I ask you this?
yeah,
When you talk about, so the robo taxi is going to be in Austin to start with, right? It's not everywhere. Is it going to be a true robo taxi, or there will be a driver who will drive the Tesla like a Uber ride?
well, according to Elon, he's saying that we're gonna have unsupervised FSD in Austin, and there's gonna be nobody in them, and
Okay.
that's what he
Okay.
said. But I'm not too sure what's going to actually happen. Maybe for testing, they'll say we'll have someone to supervise it, and then once it's all good, they'll let it be. And Franz did say that we're going to see cyber cabs rolling in June as well. So
Right.
something big is going to happen in June and
But,
onwards.
but Peggy, I think my question is, right. See, if it's a true robo taxi, even though it's in Austin, the profit margins are high if there is no driver, because
Right, but it's not going to be
which is very
significant.
obvious.
It's not going to be
It's going to be
significant.
significant, right? Exactly. But if it's like a Uber like service, then you're not going to make a lot of money, because uh, Tesla will end up owning the actual robo taxi, whereas in Uber the driver owns the actual car. You see what I'm saying? So I'm that's the
Oh,
part that needs.
so yeah. So
That
how this is going to work is, so if you well, Tesla's not going to have any robo taxi on their network. I think they made that very clear. They said that Cybercab is going to be for sale. Anyone can buy one because they don't want to have the liability of it, of whatever happens, right? So what's going to happen is that Tesla's going to go like, listen, you have to buy the car in order to have that in our robo taxi network. That's one. You got to sell the vehicle. That's number one. So now they sold the vehicle for a profit. Two, you got to have the FSD software in order to run it. So now they're paying subscription fee on a monthly basis, and I do 100% believe that once a cybercab is ready to be sold, it's going to be on a 100% subscription based. You cannot buy it on a one-time fee because it goes against their 25K rule for that car. Because it's going to be a $25,000 car, and then if you want to pay a one-time fee for that FSD, it's 8K. That car is now $33,000. That doesn't make any sense. So it makes sense to sell the car at 25,000 or 30,000 or 28,000, whatever it's going to be, plus a subscription of 199 a month, 299 a month, depending how good the FSD is and stuff like that. Which I do think they're going to
is
increase the price from 99 to 199 or 299, depending how great this
I mean,
technology has got. So Tesla will make money from there, and then the ride hauling, Tesla will split that with the driver 50-50 or 70-30 or something like that. So Tesla's going to be making money per each ride as well. It's a partnership. That's how it's going to work. That's how Tesla's going to
can I ask you?
massively.
Can I ask you a quick question? Can you hear me?
Sure, sure, sure.
So I think you said two very important things there, and thanks for that clarification. My
Sure.
first question on the first one is, are you saying the $25,000 cyber cab with the FSD subscription which you have to buy like per month, is that going to be available in June? You said.
Well, it has to be. How else can this car operate? There's no
Okay.
steering wheel or anything.
Okay. So that was my second question. Okay. So without a steering wheel, so okay. And then
Yeah, it's
Austin,
useless.
because I think they will, if they sell a lot of cyber cabs, right? They will make a lot of money. They will make a ton of money on that. And then, of course, the additional revenue of driving people around, the margins are great because you don't have liability, you don't have, you know, there is no concept of gas, so so you're gonna make a lot of money. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, but people need to be willing to buy. But I think people will buy, uh, especially place like Austin, which is all Elon, all Tesla. People will buy. How much we don't know. Okay, I think that's good clarification.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and the one thing about Tesla you got to know is the scale. That's it. Once the proof of concept is already there thanks to Waymo. So thank you for Waymo for that and clearing up some regulation. Now with Trump and Elon, regulation is going to be cost is going to be reduced even more, which is going to accelerate this robotaxi thing even faster. But scaling is where Tesla's going to make the money. Imagine this is how I see it playing out. Remember how Nvidia showed in one earnings call that they made $10 billion out of nowhere? Now, I'm not saying Tesla's going to do the same thing. Tesla's going to show small of that, like much more smaller than that, because it's going to be a gradual increase. But nonetheless, there is going to be the surprise that, oh, in one quarter, they have this massive profit earnings that came from robotaxis. And now all of a sudden, you have to, and now in the earnings call, they said that, yeah, we're going to be growing 100%, 200% a year. And that's going to be an NVIDIA moment. That's where we're going to see a massive surge in the stock. Now, this may happen in 2027, 2026. I don't know when, but the scalability is something that nobody else can do when it comes to robo taxis. It's only Tesla that can do it. And once they do it, oh man, I hope you guys are ready and buckled up because it's going to be an amazing write up. It's going to be insane. Yes, Henry.
So,
Oh, yes,
hey,
AB.
Pejjy,
Yeah.
I was at Dreamforce back a couple of months, and it was in September of 24 in San Francisco. Um, One of the biggest turnouts for the Salesforce conference. Uh, Tens of thousands. I would say at any given day there was like 40,000 people in the city, and the reason why I bring it up is that there were lines of people waiting to experience the Waymo drive. And these people were coming from nationwide in the US and even internationally. A lot of Asians, a lot of Europeans,
All over
Latin
the world.
Americans.
All over the world. It's the biggest event in San Francisco for years. Dreamforce. Yeah. Hey,
Definitely.
tell me more about that. Tell me more about the line that people line up for the Waymo drive.
Yeah.
What do you see?
So,
How do you take it?
yep, it was my first time in a Waymo. And it was the experience leading up to it, standing in line, waiting for the Waymos to come, was not it was like a bittersweet moment, meaning Waymo's back end system is not efficient based on my experience. Now, I'm not looking at it from a technical perspective, I'm looking at it from a client perspective. Um, I've seen Waymos just sitting in the corner with no passenger. The system could have triggered them to come to the lines that were building up on our block, but they didn't. Um, but the real reason why I bring this up is that it's a novelty, meaning it's like the iPhone moment. Uh, we have seen headline news from Elon saying that the robotaxi is going to roll out soon. Perhaps if timing is right in June, starting in Austin. It, I think people maybe it's not really hyped up, meaning it's actually people are excited about it. Um, and I like to take things from both sides of the fence. Bears, bulls, people are against Tesla or for Tesla. I really love to hear both sides of it. It gives me a fuller picture. But in terms of robotaxi hitting the bottom line, I think is very premature. What is definitely not premature is the excitement for this new type of service. And if I don't know how people's memory goes back this far, but when there was the iPhone that rolled out, it wasn't an instant Apple stock mania event. It took a little time for, and maybe I'm being generous with that little, but it took some time for that the stock to really appreciate and has never stopped. So um definitely I just got the update to 13 27. to be honest with you, I'm a technical market structure type of investor trader. Been doing it since 92. Uh, I don't make believe that I understand financials at all. Although, I know enough to be dangerous. Um, so I think Tesla is too it's a too much of a beta stock to really put a firm grasp of where it's going to go. Short term, nobody knows. Even near term. But why am I an investor? It's because that I sense uh, it's like an iPhone moment. There has nothing been like a self-driving car until now. And yes, there are some competitors in China. I haven't experienced them. I've only seen YouTube videos of it. But that's going to be the norm. The competitors are going to come out into the landscape. But go back one more time to the Waymo experience. I have high confidence that Elon is going to integrate Grok into Tesla's one day, hopefully sooner.
Yeah,
And
he
when
said he gonna
they,
do it. Yeah, he
yeah, and,
confirmed he gonna do it.
mm, and when we experience robotaxi, I'm hoping that when it'll be the aha moment from a client perspective that you get in not just for the ride, but you actually can multitask because it's going to be personalized. I don't think Elon is going to do a Waymo thing and have people wait around the corner seeing empty robo taxis parked or driving by um, around the block again and again. So I think it'll be a better product. I have confidence in that. Am I sure? I'm not sure. But just from experiencing FSD 1327, it's very promising. Now the changes are a little subtle, meaning the edge cases are uh, more apparent than before because the advances have been much more um, hard to point out, but they're there. The more you drive with FSD, whenever you get a new iteration of it, the differences are there. And the most recent one is that it's assertive, but in a smart way, and is less hesitant, and it keeps it's better at managing more than one car uh, driving I would say aggressively around you. Hope that adds some perspective to it. But that's basically it. I just like to give people the idea that um, Tesla is out there in the forefront, but price and services may not be so predictable in terms of the relationship between price and the company per se, not from a financial analyst perspective or anything, but just from someone who owns a Tesla, uses his services on X using Grok, seeing all the price fluctuations in these past couple of years. um, I just come to peace with mm, never going to know where the price is going to end up in any given day. You just need to be prepared on both sides of it, on the up and down side. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Henry. Hello, Christian.
Oh, hey Fa, hey Pejjy, how you doing?
Welcome, my friend. Long time no see. How's it going?
Yeah, we used to chat a little back in the day. Yes, I saw your
Christian,
space, so I
are,
decided to just listen in and chat a little bit. Yeah.
are you a long term now?
No,
Are you in
so
a
I don't
long
know.
term boat?
I'm not a long term. I mean, so I invested in. So quick synopsis. I don't know if everybody knows in here. So I love Tesla. Back in 2019, I discovered it. I've done very well with it, 20x. I was smart enough not to hold it though. I'm more of a trader now, and I have a trader mindset, and I've done very well. But Tesla, I believe, long term is a great company. But I don't know if you've seen me, like, was on Cyber Bulls with Xander. I think Xander's down here, and we're friends, and we talk about it all the time. And I'm more of a trader. I try to catch the upswings and I try to avoid the downswings. And I know it's hard, but I've been able to do it and manage it well over the years. But I have lots of thoughts on Tesla and just the overall market. I'm a student of the market, and I, do that every day. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. Research companies, technicals, trading, the whole gamut. But yeah, I think Tesla's had a great move. It's come in now a little bit after the Trump election, and people are looking more at the fundamentals. Q1 is going to be a little tough. I don't know that they're going to sell many cars. I don't think they're going to do 450, maybe 440, maybe less than that. So the financials are not there for Tesla in the short term, which makes their valuation and their forward PE just ginormous. But what it has going for it is the story now. More people are less focused on the car business, and they're more focused on robotaxi, Optimus, humanoid bots, things of that nature. So Tesla in a bull market could hang around here. But the reason I don't believe short term, and I didn't even believe it when it got close to 500 that it would go to 700 real quick, is because when a stock like Nvidia, when it made its move, or even Tesla from 2019, what did they have, What did they have, Pejjy? They had fundamental earnings growth. They had margin acceleration. And that's when you get those 10Xs, those 20Xs. You need the story, and then you need the earnings to back it up quarter after quarter, surprise after surprise. Right now, Tesla has the story and the excitement and the future, but the core business isn't
Facts.
quite there yet, meaning the financials beating estimates, beating raises, earnings exploding year over year, margins accelerating, and that all will come when you get the FSD rollout, when you get it. But it's going to take time, and it could take another year or two before you start seeing these hit the financials, and then I think you'll see that ultimate swoosh up. But right now, I think we're kind of in a just a stationary zone here where you could trade it up and down, but I don't think you're going to see an explosion anytime soon. Just my opinion.
Until
So
then,
anytime,
until then, that was spot on. Until then, let me buy them dips. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, you could do that, Pejjy. Right, accumulation zone. I know you're big into that. Yeah, accumulate. So if you want to, you don't mind sitting in there because you're playing the long term game. That's great. Everyone has a different strategy. My strategy is more of I want to catch the uptrends when it's moving, because I always talk about every stock has a moment in time. Nvidia had a moment in time. You see these other stocks like Hims or Palantir. These are all stocks that have moments in time, right? And if you're just a one stock guy and you believe it long term, that's great, but you can miss other opportunities that are moving while Tesla's stuck in a 3 to 4 year move and it's not moving. So again, everyone has different. It's just I'm just bringing my little chat. I love you guys. I love Tesla, the company, but I'm just being real, and I just kind of give it the way I see it.
yeah, Christian said, right, everybody have a different method. Everybody have different time horizon. If you're a trader, nothing wrong with taking profit, right? Um, but i- for me, I'm in this for another easy 8 to 10 year, or maybe 18 year. So I know for sure in 18 year, every car gonna drive itself. In 20 year, people who want to drive their car, you really want to drive your car. So that's how I see it. Thank you, Christian. I tried to send an invite to Sander, but he's not accepting. Maybe he's busy. And time is up. It is 12:30 in California, and Pejjy gonna have to go to bed. Thank you so much, everyone, to join today. Um, I know we are here hanging as a friend. None of this is financial advice. Please do your own homework, and I love you. Bye bye, friend.
Thank you all. Until next week.
Bye.
Sheesh. Oh man, we are back. We are back. And Jones, welcome to the member. And you know what? Since you're a member now, there's a podcast that I just uploaded today for members only. So go on and watch that and enjoy it because you guys get early access to it, and it's a very juicy podcast. And every other podcast and videos that are podcasts, it's members first. Members will get it first, 24 to 48 hours before it goes public. So go on there and enjoy. And there's some exclusive videos too, and they're coming. So thank you for joining, man. Thank you. And y'all should be joining too, man. If you guys haven't joined, only $2 a month, and you guys, it's a way of supporting me too. Come on, guys. What are you guys doing? Anyways, I love you guys so much. It's midnight where I am almost, and I gotta get to bed so I can make a video for tomorrow or Monday, either one, depending when I'll be releasing this podcast. It was a good podcast. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Make sure you guys have a good weekend. And make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Let's go.